Women of Steel, best scene. Exterior, interior, exterior. Murphy Farmyard, August 10, 1964. Early evening. Mary is finishing up milking and is walking from the cow barn towards the milk barn and carrying 2 heavy milk cans. Jerry is crouched up in the upper door looking down at her. Bales of hay can be seen past him. Mary remains unaware that Jerry is waiting to ambush her, and he is chuckling to himself. Then he yells out,
"Hey, Mary, happy birthday!"
Just at that moment, the moment Mary walks into the barn under the upper door, Jerry throws a bale of hay onto Mary. The bale hits her square on her head, then falls to the ground. Mary staggers slightly and blinks but says nothing. Even though she is clearly in a state of shock, Mary robotically finishes carrying the 2 milk cans into the milk barn and pours the cans of milk into their proper containers.
I didn't know he was waiting for me. I was so into the routine of taking care of the milk, I finished that task without even thinking. Once done, I staggered over to the house, tripping as I climbed those stairs and went inside. I was in so much pain. I cannot begin to describe the pain. It's a miracle that I even lived through that.
Mary enters the kitchen from the back door. Ma and Dad are sitting at the kitchen table. Mary staggers over the stove, reaches for a cup and the coffee pot and tries to pour a cup. She misses the cup and pours some coffee onto the stove.
You're drunk, get out of here.
I'm not drunk.
Ma then rushes towards Mary, raising her arm as if to slap her. Mary sees her coming and throws the pot of coffee at Ma, dousing her with the hot beverage.
Yeah.
Ma sucks in her breath. Mary staggers out and staggers to the elm tree and sits down and leans her back up against the trunk. Her eyes roll in her head. She puts her knees up and her arms on her knees, her head down for a moment and then lifts her head slightly. Tears stain her face.
I asked the great unseen healing force to help me. Either heal me or let me die.
Off in the distant sky, as evening closes in and darkness begins to take over, a light can be seen flying in a gentle zigzag style. When it reaches the Murphy farmhouse, the flying saucer stops and hovers just above the yard. A beam of light shines straight down to the ground. From that beam of light steps Martindon, dressed in a blue uniform-style jumpsuit. He is tall, 6'5", slender. His waist is belted and his hair is white. Standing in thick white shocks, the Federation insignia appears on the left side of his chest. Gently, Martinda strides over to Mary with his right palm up and angled towards her.
"I will heal you, my darling."
At this point, Mary rolls her eyes and closes them and drops her head between her arms and goes to sleep.
Then what happened?
Exterior, interior. Murphy farmyard, dawn. Next day. Mary, still sitting on the ground and leaning up against the elm tree, wakes up and smiles, stretches, breathes in a deep breath, and continues to smile. She looks alert, refreshed and not in pain. Mary enters the kitchen, goes over to the stove, pours herself a cup of coffee and sits down. Ma, Dad, and Jerry are all sitting at the table.
I'm glad to see you are not drunk anymore.
I was never drunk, and I wasn't drunk last night.
You and Jerry better go get those cows milked. It's getting late.
I am not milking any cows. Not now, not ever.
There is too much farm work to get done today. Now get out there and do your work.
No, not now, not ever. I am never doing farm work again. I will never milk another cow again. Jerry dropped a bale of hay on my head last night. The pain was more than I could bear.
It was your birthday present. It just slipped.
You dropped that bale on me on purpose.
That's a lie. Now, come on, let's get these cows milked.
No, not now, not ever.